Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from the Pop Spot here at C2E2 in Chicago, Illinois, and I am joined by Scottish-American legend himself, Charles Vandervaart. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
How's your C2E2 been so far?
It's been amazing. Yeah, I've felt the love. It's been overwhelmingly really positive, and I've only really done Outlander-esque conventions, nothing with like a kind of a broader fandom. So just walking around, seeing all the cosplays, and you know.
Who are you geeking out to see here?
God.
Tell me.
I'm usually super calm and collected, but I'm in the green room, and Elijah Wood and Andy Circus walk in, and I'm just like, and I forgot how to be a person.
Yeah. That's
like,
correct.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if I would travel to go see anybody, it would be those guys. So it was a bit of a shocker to see them just like hanging out, eating a meal right beside me.
Being normal human people.
Yeah, I have another friend. One of my best friends went to Chicago to see Anti Circus at a convention. Yeah, so I saw him and was like immediately texting her, being like, "You're not gonna leave beside me right now." I did muster up the courage. Couldn't do it on the first day, but on the second day, I mustered up the courage to say hi to both of them, just very briefly. But you know, I can die happy now.
So the next show, you'll muster up the courage to ask for a selfie?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's ever happening. We'll
at
see.
Elijah Wood, at Andy Circus. Please take a picture with
Love
Charles.
I'm a big Magic the Gathering player, which is actually, this is like my element.
Have you been to a MagicCon?
I've not been to a MagicCon.
You must. They're the best.
I would love to though, and I listen to all the podcasts and Play to Win, the Command Zone.
What's your deck? Like, what do you play?
Okay, do you play at all?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you do.
And
okay,
I mostly play Lord of the Rings. I have a Hobbit deck that I'm working on right now.
I was just gonna say I have a One Ring, and I brought it with me in hopes that like maybe if I like started vibing with Elijah or any of them, that I could like get the
Elijah
ring bearer
plays
to
Magic
sign it.
too, so
I was like,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah. So my decks, I have a Imitating the Pyro Hammer deck. It's a mono red deck.
Yes.
And that's kind of my pet deck. That's the one that I put all my money into.
Yeah.
It's my financial sink.
Get into Magic, you'll never get into drugs.
Exactly. Yeah. That is it. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I tell my mom. I'm like, at least it's not drugs. She's like, that would be less expensive.
But that one you can share on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. So Imitating the Pyro Hammer, the Reality Chip, which is legendary creature artifact, and it's weird in the Command Zone because you can equip it to a creature, and then it does some busted things. That's my mono blue deck. I have a Galta mono green deck.
Ooh, that's so cool. Okay, so you're a good Magic player.
I love it. I have a bunch. I want to get a deck for every color. I want to have monocolor deck of each color. So I have 3 of them. I want 5. I'm going slow though. This feels like a lifetime kind of goal, so I don't want to rush it. I already have 3.
So we need Secret Lair to do an Outlander series.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and you know what? So Richard Rankin, who plays Roger, is like a bigger Magic player than I am, and he's been playing since
Do you play together?
I was a young kid. Every single day during season 8, the filming season 8, when we both weren't filming, we were playing Magic.
I'm upset. You need to start a YouTube channel.
I know. No, honestly, it's my dream to end up on one of the pre-existing YouTube ones, like the Command Zone, or the ones that play Commander Night. You know,
or Game Nights Live.
Game Nights is great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So something like that.
All right, this has been so nerdy, and I'm obsessed. But I have to ask, as a fellow Canadian, what's your favorite hockey team?
Oh gosh. You know what? I'm inclined to say the Leafs, but
because that's the correct answer.
It's a very depressing experience to be a Leafs fan
at the moment.
We haven't won in like 60 years, so we haven't won since the expansion of the league. So it's gonna happen one day. Yeah. And we're all gonna be very happy in Toronto, but I don't know. I'm losing faith. I can't say that. I believe in us. I believe in us.
That's going to get you more canceled than any of the Magic the Gathering songs.
Anything else,
Is you saying that you lost
I've done it now.
In the league.
My country, I'm sorry. I let you down. Honestly, there's another team, though, the Guelph Storm. It's an OHL team, so the Ontario Hockey League.
Oh, yeah. I'm from Stratford. I know. I know
are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We're like practically neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. I just really like watching them because they're all young guys and they're all trying to make it. Yeah. So like the work rate on the ice is crazy, and they're
it's like
really,
watching
really
an understudy when you're like, oh, they're better than the person that I thought I paid to come see.
They're trying real hard. They're getting it, and it's so crazy to me to watch them. And I grew up in Orangeville, which is a hockey town in Canada.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I play hockey. Internationally great at hockey. If someone were to ask me how good I am at hockey in Orangeville, though, I would tell them I suck. Because everyone there plays hockey. And it's so interesting to watch the OHL and see these guys who are 16, and they're just way better than I ever was.
They also look like they're 45 years old, especially with like a playoff beard
and with the
they're
skates
missing
on,
teeth.
they get like an extra like 5 inches underneath them, so they look like huge. These massive 16-year-olds, wouldn't mess with them.
Okay, just to wrap up hockey talk, what position do you play?
See, I'm like a house league. I'm not really.
Oh, you don't have like a dedicated.
Not really. No, I played goalie for a little bit, and then got like a real fat lip a couple times, and was like, nah. I'm not as good as my Orangeville, brethren. So they usually I'm not a scorer. I'm not a stick handler. So I'm usually somewhere on defense. Even though it's a lot of skill to be on defense.
Absolutely. Arguably more. I'm the person who throws a fit if you don't let me play right wing. So I'm like, you got to have a dedicated
right.
position.
Fair enough. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some Outlander talk because that's what everyone here on the internet is for.
Not Magic and hockey.
You know what? Comment below. I know there's going to be people who want Magic talk. So the next time we're together, we'll bring your deck and we'll break it all down.
And hopefully
for you.
there's a secret layer or
Outlander.
Universes Beyond of Outlander.
Yeah, exactly. How many of the original Outlander books had you read before joining the show?
Before joining, 0.
How many have you read now?
I've skimmed through Echo and the Bone.
Yep.
So that's the one that I'm most familiar with because that's
for
the one.
obvious reasons.
Yeah. Season 7 is mostly Echo and the Bone. So that's the one that I kind of focused on. I should go back and read them though.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, and there's a couple. I mean, I've skimmed over the important parts for William to try and kind of implement some Easter eggs that are in the book. But I mean, there is kind of there's an aspect that William in the series is not necessarily the same as William in the books.
Yeah.
So I don't always want to have that kind of strong influence and do it the book way because I want a little bit of artistic freedom in that sense.
You're in a really unique position because the show both takes a lot from the books, but is also creating its own continuity.
Exactly, yeah. In season 8, we kind of had a Game of Thrones situation where we're past the books now. So we did a lot of kind of talking to Diana, the writer, about about what she thinks is going to happen in the final book that she writes. But
not the final season.
Yeah, say that again.
But not the final season.
But yeah, exactly. Not the final season. So yeah, there's been a little bit of a collaboration there on the book side and the film side. But I got to get to reading. I'm a big audiobook guy, so hopefully maybe I'll do some of that on my commutes.
Yeah, that's only a cute, I'm sure, 46-hour
audiobook
to get through.
Just take me 2 years, but.
So you came on in a later season, obviously, being a descendant. Was it very welcoming? What was it like to come on to basically a pre-existing family? Was Sam Hewen a jerk? I want to know.
Super big jerk bag, that guy. The worst dad.
Canceled.
Worst dad. Yeah, you're done, Sam. No, honestly, I mean, I'm so grateful to have joined when I did, and I mean, they have a great little family there. It's a good community, and I left Canada. They basically gave me a phone call, and then I was in Scotland like a couple days later. So didn't know anyone there, didn't have a sense of community, felt a little bit homesick. And the saving grace was that the cast was just amazing, and I felt very at home. And I'm going back this summer, in a couple more weeks.
And what will you be doing when you go back?
I'll be attending a wedding and hanging out with the boys and playing Magic the Gathering with Richard Rankin. And Jamie Roy, who plays Brian, my grandfather in the new spin-off series, Blood of My Blood. He is a big Magic the Gathering player as well.
Ooh,
and he has a Hobbit deck as well.
So you can teach him the ropes and teach him the ropes.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're sort of like the senior person in the cast.
You know me.
An ancient, decrepit, old human man.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What is the most unexpectedly hilarious thing about working on a period piece like Outlander?
Oh.
Because you're inhabiting a very different world than even what we're doing here right now.
Yeah, it is interesting. I love the costumes in the period pieces. And I mean, William is... not to hate on him, but he's a bit of a pretentious guy.
Sure, yeah.
He's a lord. He thinks he's better than everyone else. And the second
because he is.
Of course he is. Yeah. And the second you go into that wardrobe, immediately you stand up more straight and get this air of like, I am better than everyone else. And it's crazy how it transforms you.
Yeah.
And, kudos to the wardrobe department, or maybe that's just like me. That's just my own hubris coming out. It's like I can finally be this pretentious man.
Is there like a costume piece that really does it for you? Is it like a collar, a ruff, the boots?
I think it's called either a gorget or gorget.
Yeah.
I don't know what the pronunciation is. It's probably
How's your français?
C'est d'accord.
Okay. Shamash.
I'm from Canada. I did my French immersion. I was really good when I was 11. Not so much anymore. I love it because I remember one of the directors was basically telling me, he's like, hey, do you know why you wear this? And I was like, no, I actually don't.
Because you told me to.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a part of the costume, I don't know. But he explained that, in ancient warfare, you'd have a big chest plate, and it would cover your body because it would help against, spears and swords and bow and arrows. And as those weapons became more advanced, chest armor became more and more obsolete because it would just pierce.
Yeah.
So they got smaller and smaller and smaller the more guns developed. And the gorget or the gorget is basically just an ode to the old armor, like the armor of the ancient world.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's the one thing that stuck around. So there's a lot of militaries that still have them now. And I thought that was such a neat little piece of history that I was wearing, in history in the 1700s.
Did growing up in Canada in all of our lovely, beautiful, horrific weather emotionally prepare you for working out of doors in Scotland?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's been your worst weather day so far?
Oh, in Scotland?
Yeah.
You know what? The worst thing, and it's not even that bad.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's the true Canadian answer.
Exactly.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's like, I've slept outside at negative 30 degrees. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not dying here. The midgies, though. Every now and then, if you get a bad midgie day, you get eaten alive, and I kind of react badly to their bites. For everyone who doesn't know, midgies are basically tiny gnat mosquitoes, and they come in like swarms of 1,000. If it's a windy day, though, they're gone.
Yeah.
They can't do it. They just get blown away. But yeah, that's probably the more annoying thing. We get some extreme. I'm from the snow belt of Canada, right? So like we get some extreme weather. I was prepared.
Have you ever inhaled just a mouthful of midges?
Oh no! Thank God! Oh my
lucky
goodness!
You.
Yeah.
I also cannot possibly let you go without asking about Murdoch Mysteries. Good Canadian content there. So, having been in the most Canadian show and the most Scottish show, after this, will you be playing the most American? Like, is Taylor Sheridan in your future?
Yeah, we'll see. yeah, Taylor, send me an audition. I would love that. Yeah.
But that was also, Murdoch Mysteries has been running, I don't know, since before you were born, probably, at this point?
Yeah, season, 17 or 18 now?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's another show that you just stepped onto with a bunch of people. What was it like joining something so iconic?
That was one of the first gigs I've ever done. I remember Yannick, who plays Murdoch.
Yeah.
He was in my audition room when I first auditioned for him.
Oh,
when I was
really?
8 or something like that.
Okay, so he's not too good for that.
Oh, no.
I love that.
He wanted to. He's involved.
Yeah.
He's a producer of the show as well, so he's pretty heavily involved. But I remember I did that audition, and my first line was like, don't worry, Dad, I'll take care of the family if you go to war. And it was a cute kid, and 10 years later, my character is, still kicking it.
Yep.
And I became a cop for a bit.
Yep.
I became paralyzed and then unparalyzed somehow.
Don't worry
and now
about
I'm
it.
an actor on the show. I'm an actor playing an actor on the show. And we had this one episode where William gets caught. Oh, not William. Oh my gosh. John
William.
I'm mixing up my historical
your name is
figures
Charles.
right now. Yeah, exactly.
It's all
old.
names. Yeah.
But John gets caught sleeping with another cast member.
Oh gosh, I remember that episode.
They film
How funny.
a sex tape accidentally, and it's like the first one ever because the cameras were just invented last year.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. I was filming that. I mean, it's very Outlander. It prepared me for Outlander. But I was filming that, and the entire crew has known me since I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
So they're all like, "Oh my God, I can't look at this. This is horrible."
Do you know Reddit refers to that as the Kim Kardashian moment of the series?
Yep.
So carry that away with you.
Yeah.
What is your advice to aspiring performers, especially as someone who's been a part of the business for so long?
Ooh, man, it's tough. I guess just go with the punches. It's such a inconsistent industry.
No.
So yeah, and it's hard to know which way the wind is going to blow, and it's important to have confidence even when things are not going super well.
Yeah.
Because it is a very luck-based game, and it's what's happening with the economy, what's happening with the world around you, and that can very influence roles. So I do think that, I think that, don't lose hope and don't lose your confidence, and even if you're a talented person, it may not always be recognized immediately. So stick with it, and yeah, you'll be okay.
And then lastly but not leastly, because here in the Popverse we celebrate the best in TV, movies, and comics, What are you geeking out about right now that you're not working on? So no Outlander.
Oh, no Outlander? Oh, gosh. In terms of TV shows?
Anything, whatever is exciting to you. We can talk Magic again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, well, the Dark Your Dragonstorm release just happened.
That's true.
So one of the Outlander friends bought me like 5 packs yesterday, and I got a
that's a good friend.
Storm Scale Scion, which is the new dragon in the
Yes,
Dark Your set.
I'm aware.
Like, yes.
So you were like, I either keep this or put it on eBay and buy more Magic cards.
Exactly, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Trade them in to get the new cards for my Imidane deck, or keep them and make a new deck. That's the question. Yeah, I got too many cards lying around. I'll have to sell them at some point.
You sell them though as your collection, and then you'll make even more money.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I check the market. I see what, if Ugin is worth $70 now, I'll sell it at its high. Anyways, we're talking too much.
Oh, this is so good. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Popverse today.
Cheers. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.